What is happening, y'all? Cowboy here. Welcome back to another build video, and the beautiful boy you see before you is our latest AC build, Wombo combo. So true to the name, this is a combo-based AC. We have a couple different things going on, and when they line up, we see massive amounts of damage. This is a consistent combo that works very well. It works in ones, it works in threes. Works especially well against stuff that tends to stay up in the air, but regardless, let's jump in and talk about it. So, the first part of the Wombo combo is actually going to be our coral missile. Now, the nice thing about the coral missile is it's a very slow chase, and it just constantly goes after somebody. It's constant pressure. When it does hit, it's going to be a ton of impact or a ton of charge attack damage. So either of those are going to work well for us, but that's just kind of like an extra part of our combo. The main part of the combo comes in twofold. One, we have the Torino needle launcher, and two, we have the linear rifle Harris. Now the idea is a charge shot from the Harris combined with a hit from the needle missile is usually going to be enough to instantly stagger something. Once they're staggered, either the coral missile makes its connection, or alternatively, a charge shot from the redshift comes on out and cleans house. So in general, you're pulling off this combo, it's just going to be stun boom boom, and instantly someone's going to go from 150 to 130. If they're a super lightweight, they're just dead outright. What's really fun is I've had my laser tank fully charge both cannons, shoot stuff's dead. And yeah, that works. But the idea of executing the combo is what makes this really fun. So if you don't have redshift, I do want to call out the one alternative here. And that would be the detonating bazooka. The total damage is going to be a little bit less compared to a charged redshift shot. But if you're shooting uncharged redshift, this would be better than an uncharged redshift shot to capitalize on the combo with. Moving on into the frame, we have Hal, we have Hal, and then we have Tetrapod. Now I wanted the head to have the extra scan effect duration and distance, just because the Trueno as well as the Coral Missile have a pretty long lock time. It's around 3.5 seconds with our current FCS, and I don't want to lose that by somebody dipping behind a building. With the core, the Hal, obviously just a fantastic piece, can't go wrong with the output and supply adjustment along with the defensive stats. The Hal arms, we have decent firearm specialization, but we also have some recoil control, which helps a lot using the Harris. And then the Tetrapod legs, we're firing off a bunch of ready weapons, so this is kind of a no-brainer. It just allows us to easily fire the linear rifle as well as the redshift without taking a firing stance. As for the booster, the NGI-001 is a good all-rounder here. I like it a lot. And then the FCS G2 P12 SML. This is a weird choice, but I think it works out. Initially, I was trying it out with the P05, and I like this, but the lock-on time hurts. It's up to 4.5, 5 seconds. And alternatively, there's this one, which gives us the super fast lock-on, but then our hits are a little bit iffy. So even though this is meant for multi-lock, I think it actually works out well here. Onto the generator, the NGI-000 is a good choice, or if you don't like that, you could get by with the VP20D. Big difference here, the VP20D, obviously you're going to have a much faster energy recharge delay down at 1.3 second compared to the 3.68 second that we have with this one. But one of the things I find is that in general, I can stay in the air for a really long time with the NGI, and as long as I'm smart about when I'm reloading, I find it's not that hard to deal with. I will say, if you're dealing with faster stuff, I think the VP20D will come in and be a little bit better. So we'll throw this one on for now. I've gone back and forth between them, but I'll probably show how both work as we go. And of course, lastly, we have the expansion assault armor. This is just to keep stuff off of you. If stuff gets on top of you and you pop this, turn around, hit them with that direct hit, that's going to do some good damage. But yeah, Wombo combo works out pretty well. Originally, this started out as I was trying to make it as an anti-missile boat AC, and I think it did pretty well at it, but I found that I was really not getting a lot of missile boat players. For whatever reason, they just weren't showing up, and instead I was noticing a lot of combo attacks going off, so I was like, you know what? Let's scrap it. It's no longer an anti-missile boat build, it's now a Wombo combo build. Because that's what it does. Even fights against bipeds and stuff, it's when those staggers line up, it's stagger boom boom, you see the redshift connect and then the coral missile go out, and it kills. His name is I Hate Zimmermans. What is he using? Watch, he's using Zimmermans, I bet. Aperitifs and the VE66. Interesting. We'll see how this works out for him. Okay, I get it. So he swaps, fires his missiles, goes back to his lasers. It's interesting. So in general, I like to little tap shot on my stuff until I have the opportunity to really. Once I have the opportunity to really go for the combo, that's where I'll start charging them both, and there's a one combo, and that was without the missile. So even without the missile there, we did pretty good job there. Usually you have the missile and the redshift, and it's just like, deletion! Let's stay on the ground to dodge his missiles a little bit while we're... Ooh, we got that up just in the nick of time there. And boom! Yeah, that charged redshift in the stagger, man. Oh, it's devastating. Good job. Get somebody new in here. Mono M, nice to meet you. Hello. Mono VTuber. I'm gonna be honest, I don't get the VTuber thing. Maybe I'm just an old millennial dude. I don't get it, man. Like, I understand it from the VTuber perspective. Like, you know, you'd rather be an avatar than yourself. That's completely understandable. But from the entertainment perspective, the appeal of it, I don't understand it. Because, like, you have people that are like, that's my waifu, and it's like, bro, you know it's like an artificially created character. I don't get it. I don't get it. I'm just old, maybe. Nothing against VTubers. I don't understand it at all. Missile, and probably Nebula? We'll see if I can't get a little spicy against them here. I don't think they just free fired their coral without having lock on him. Boom! There it is. Hello. Remember, kids, don't kick if you think they have assault armor up. It's how you get blown the fuck up. Yeah, dude, he definitely free fired his coral there. Oh no, the pressure. Pressure. Pushing down on me. Pushing down on you. There it goes. Let's get a threes lobby up. Let's go team 6. And I'll keep Delta. I like Delta. Some other things with this build. So we already talked about the Javelin. I do think that works really well here. I tried out double linear rifle. Didn't like that as much. Initially, I was trying this out with double coral missile, and I do like that a lot. It's very aggressive, but I think the needle missile into Harris combo, it's just such a linchpin for this build that it's really hard for me to give that up. Some other things, tested it out with a reverse joint. I like the reverse joint, but to be honest, the stability is just so low on it. To be honest, I'm just kind of bad at reverse joints. The lower stability coupled with the fact that I was constantly going into readying stance fire, that certainly hurt. What is Bulls playing? A different missile boat. Smug bastard. I was actually testing this build with him a shit ton the other day. We were going back and forth, seeing exactly what would take down a missile boat as he was jetting back and forth. And I think the only build that consistently took down his missile boat was my own missile boat, and that was like with missile boat kicks. It was just stupid. Very, very stupid. But, you know, it is what it is. I think the thing with missile boats is more, I mean, in 1v1s, they're definitely really hard to counter. And I think the biggest thing comes from staying right on top of them, which this does a pretty good job. Well, the old version did, where I had the NGI 000. That, and along with a Burzel, you'll chase down missile boats all day. But you suffer in a ton of other areas. So it's kind of hard to go all in on that. Unless you're like specifically like, I need to counter boats. Boats are the threat here. I need to stop boats. Which in that case, this build does a decent job at it. Because if you can get up on the boat, that Wombo combo of the Trueno into the linear rifle, that's going to hit really hard. But even then, I think at the end of the day, I think boats are just, it's a team thing. You know, when you see a boat, the team needs to turn and they need to kill the boat. If they just ignore it, and they let the boat do whatever the hell it wants, it's going to murder the whole battlefield. If the people turn and they all assault boost after it and pressure it down, the boat dies. Which, that's the thing. I mean, you know, as much as people are tired of Zimmermans, and the thing with Zimmermans is that you don't, you know, it doesn't require anything to do Zimmermans. I would say boats are infinitely harder to deal with because they just stay up in the air. Or flamethrowers. Y'all haven't even seen it yet. I think by the time, well, Bad Cook should be up. Chef should be up by the time this build's live, but I think dual flamethrowers are infinitely harder to deal with compared to double Zimmermans, just because you can't see anything. They completely torture vision. You can't tell if you got lock on, you can't tell if your target's there. So much harder to deal with. The thing with Zimmermans is it's not even like a, you know, I hate Zimmermans because they're strong. And I was getting a little salty back in the multi-energy video. I just dislike Zimmermans because it was everything we were seeing. And the thing with these builds is, usually I'll batch record these. Like, I'll take a Saturday and I'll, you know, do a build video, do a build video, do a build video. And that, like, one particular day was like, here's 3 Zimmermans, here's 3 Zimmermans, here's 3 Zimmermans. And, like, there's a point, man. There's a point where even the most, you know, mentally fortified player is like, all right, I'm done. I'm over it. Like, it's, I mean, y'all that have watched me for a while know I rarely get heated in PvP, but like, there was too many. That was the threshold. The threshold was, you know, like 9 Zimmerman repeats in a row. That was it. I was like, I'm done. Get off, go away. PvE though, they're good in PvE. Just finished up my all S ranks earlier today, running them in PvE. Very satisfying. I do want to get like some actual coordinated 3v3s going with like people on mics and whatnot. That shit's so much fun. Gatling songbirds. Looks like laser launchers and missiles. I don't really like the Gatling songbirds, to be honest. I don't feel, unless you're like a tetrapod, I don't feel like you hit enough with them. Proper missile boat. This is, I swear to God, I'm cursed. Because I was just like I said, when I was like, this is the anti-missile boat build, was not getting missile boats. And now I'm like, you know what? Screw it. This is the Wombo combo build. The game's like, hey, you said something about missile boats, right? And I'm like, okay, well, on it we go. Oh, no, shit. Oh, we're getting blown out. Oh, no. Nope. Should not have rushed in the whole team like that. Thought we were going to have some more aggression from my side. We did not have. Well, I guess we have a missile boat ourselves. So that's probably why we didn't have aggression. That tank, though, that Gatling tank is getting cooked right now. I gotta figure out who their coral missile guy is. Is it you? It is you, isn't it? Unit 1 is getting blown up hard. Unit 1 down. Unit 3 is about to be down. Alright, that's a boat down. That's one's down. And there we go, you're down. There we go. That's more like it. That's more like it. That's what I want to show off here. Oh yeah, feel the fucking pressure. Oh, who is it? It's Unit 1. Alright, I gotta focus on him. I keep targeting the boat, but I'm getting hit by the teammates. Boat's almost down though, dude. Unit 3's almost dead, Unit 2's almost dead. 19 seconds, it's a close match. Oh, did we? No, Unit 2, we gotta get Unit 2, where's he at? Where's Unit 2? He's over there, son of a bitch, no! Damn, so close. Come on, comrade, what are you doing? What's this guy running? Oh, he left, good. Using earshots on that tank, like that's gonna do something. Should have been using laser cannons. That would have worked. Ear shots are great. They're just not, I don't know. The thing is with tanks and ear shots or songbirds, a lot of the time they don't work. Like even on my own tank where I have the ear shot, the only time I'm going to use that thing is when I get the stun. Because otherwise it's just going to whiff. It's going to go right past your face. It's not going to work out. What fuckery is he pulling out now? Oh, this thing. This thing's actually insane. I did a bunch of, like I said, we were testing out builds the other day, and that I think was the build I had the most trouble defeating. That thing is so fast. It's just the terrain will stagger you into the double redshift, and you're already kind of seeing the devastation redshift does on a stagger hit. That thing is very, very mean zippy tank. Bro, come on. What are you doing? This dude doesn't ready up. I'm about to say, I'm like, like, why? I don't get that. I mean, my only guess is they're probably joining, they're seeing what they're up against, and then they're changing their build. But like, what I don't understand is like, we have 160 AC slots. Like, you could literally save your build, and then save another one, and call it like Stun Needle Variation or something. Like, this is Cowboy 1, this is Cowboy SNA. You know, that's the Stun Needle Cowboy. Like, that's it. Just save your builds, man. Save your builds. Makes it easier to swap to them. Wait a minute. I don't see coral missiles here. Who the hell had coral missiles? They must have switched it out. Because somebody was dropping coral missiles on my ass last time. And I don't know who it was, but... I'm gonna wait. The little dance, the dance at the battlefield. There he goes. No missiles today. Wombo combo! Oh man, I ran out of energy and... Nope, no shield. Stop that. Ah, all the lasers. They should have never given up their coral missiles. That was the only thing defending them. Now it's just a slaughter. Oh god. No, I should have just let it go. The delay on those missiles, man, it is so devastating. It's so hard to contend with that delay. Look at that, 748. Frickin' build is a monster. Alright, if everyone ready's up, we can squeeze one more match into this. Nope, we're losing people. Oh, we'll get one more anyway. We're already here. really need to come up with a new reverse joint build. Maybe I remake Bubbles. I don't know. Bubbles seemed so janky. It killed stuff really fast, but I don't know. All pulse guns just kind of don't work that well. I don't know, man. Oh, the other guy went to Gatlings and Songbirds. How fun. Lasers, 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 laser shotties. I like the laser shotties a lot. Those things are good. The punch is very, very close, though. You need to be, like, basically within 100 meters, I feel like, for that to hit most of the time. I might put up my, I have a couple different tank builds I want to upload. For a while, I was, like, trying to do a variety of builds, but boom! Wombo combo! Oh, another hot tip, since we're using the Truenos. If somebody is staggered, you don't need to wait for lock-on on those. You can just fire them. I take back what I said. Gatling tank is doing just fine. Trying to regroup. We're not gonna let them. Wombo combo! Enjoy that coral rocket in your bum. No! The coral sweep. Oh, man. I was like, yeah, they're unstoppable. I can't beat us. Wow. I do want to pull out a build that, like, really utilizes that. GG. What a good match. Alright, let me hit him with the chat. Alright, so wrapping things up there though, that is Wombo Combo. Like I said, really, really fun idea to be like boom, 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 and hit a bunch of things at once. It'll definitely struggle against faster stuff, though, but I mean, hey, that's the name of the game here, is finding different things that work. So, thanks for coming on by, and I will catch y'all next time with a new build.